Well, hello. My name is Landon, and it's a little different from the other, videos I may post, um, all that. But I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed, and basically I'll get into it way more later. But like to sum it up, the company that made Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, they just have been putting out slop, and it's been selling really well because of the reputation it has. But the games, it's not good. They're not good for a like a diehard fan like me. Casual, whatever. I'll get into it later. So few years ago, there was a little thing that was called Assassin's Creed Hexe, and basically all that I saw was just a little reveal trailer where it was just forest, and then it just showed a little stick, Assassin's Creed symbol, um, and all it said was Hex, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then Shadows came out, and I thought Shadows was Hex. I thought Hex was just a little demo name. No, no. Hex is a whole different idea from Shadows. So and I've watched this video a little second ago with going about info that leakers have brought out, and it's really promising, and um I am just so ecstatic about it that I have a lot to say, and I know I'll have fun with it. So first of all, I'm going to say that all sources are unknown and they're unassociated with Ubisoft, but they've been reputable in the years because of how accurate their predictions were when the real games came out. So keep that in mind. So we're going to start off with the setting. So it's in Würzburg, Germany, in the 1600s during the witch trials, which is nice. It's different than Spartans or fighting Medusa. Like, dude, get out of here. Okay, we're trying to get it historically accurate, but also getting in, having fun with fiction. It's beautiful. I, it's more in line with Unity than Valhalla or Odyssey. Um, so yeah, the world building too. Not only from Germany from that time, cities and buildings were um, it reminded me of how Assassin's Creed 1 was with I want to say Jerusalem, where it's very compact. You can go from rooftop to rooftop with just a little hop, skip, and a jump. You don't need a syndicate where you need a rope launcher to go from place to place. It's compact, so which is nice. So the parkour can be fun, and I will get into that in a sec. Um, Reminds me of 1, 2 with the Villa, Brotherhood with Rome, Revelations with Constantinople, Unity with France. It's compact worlds, or world building with Assassin's Creed is very nice because parkour is one of the big pillars of Assassin's Creed. Hopping around, blah blah blah. Like a ninja. So the parkour is reworked. It's going to have the same type of feel as pre-Unity mechanics, where um, you have to input more things to control, where it's not just holding your hand with Unity and Pass, where it's not holding your hand and you hold one button to do 5 different actions. Of course, it's a video game. You're not literally gonna. Before Unity, parkour mechanics are way different than post Unity and after mechanics. It's a difference that you could definitely notice, and I've grown up with the pre-Unity. I love it. It's very refreshing to hear to hear that they're hopefully bringing that back instead of like Origins, stealth. So the stealth was said to have combined elements across the series. So the best parts of everything. I didn't like how in pre-Unity that you couldn't crouch. I feel like if you're assassin trying to sneak around, you probably would be crouching to so people won't see you as easy. It only makes sense. Um, but that's only one example. If they're really taking the time to look at every single game and what was the best out of it when it came to stealth, and they're making one one way to do this in this game, and if they pull it off, you'll feel like an assassin like you never have before. But it's only speculation. The AI, it's gonna be smarter AI, kind of in the same way as Arkham games are, or The Last of Us. I haven't played Last of Us Part 1, so I don't know how the AI is in that, but Last of Us Part 2, AI is beautiful, okay? They will react dynamically to situations, so we'll get into the, yeah, I told you about Rich Trials, so um, we'll get into that in a second, but if they get scared, they will react like their life's on the line. If they're in a group with other guards, then we'll know that they have the advantage over you, so they'll be more confident, and et cetera, and everything in between. So that's really nice. It'll make you think. Yeah, they'll group up on you. They're more aware, and they are determined. Quoting, dot, 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 but specifically, by the context of the setting, it's so right for its mechanic. Paranoia everywhere. With hunts, everyone's suspicious, guards are on every corner. So absolutely everything you do is noticed by people. As soon as you do something socially unacceptable, everyone notices. NPCs will run and call guards. End quote. Start quote, dot, dot, dot. For example, if you mess around too much, people's suspicion rises to the limit, and they start hunting you. They start hunting you in a mob. They shout, "Catch her!" Oh my! Surround her. Check the shadows. She can't have gone far. And end quote. Start quote. Dot dot dot. The heroine will use smoke bombs, sleeping agents, hallucinogens, and various assassin tricks. And to the people, it'll be perceived as she's a witch. End quote. Which brings immersion and survival into the world building. It's not just I'm invincible, I'm an assassin. It's you are a human being, and your life's on the line. I totally forgot to. I totally overlooked the most important thing: the main character. So, her name is Annika Adler, and she is the descendant of Claudia Auditore, the sister of Ezio Auditore, the main protagonist from Assassin's Creed 1 to Revelations. So we got auditory blood in the in the story here, which is very nice, which is cool. And Ezio will be coming up in this game, not just once, not just twice. He's not. He's not. I heard. He's not a playable character. I'll tell you that. Annika is the main character that you will be playing as, but Ezio will be appearing. Take this with a grain of salt, but Ezio will be appearing as how Altair did in Assassin's Creed Revelations type of thing, I guess I don't know. It's gonna be a memory thing with Apple of Eden, If you want the video I saw, the Assassin's Creed Hexe gameplay overhaul sounds insane by Facts Spitters on YouTube. It'll go in more about stuff, but I'm just talking about bullet points here. So, yeah. So, stealth is, I'm excited for it if they pull it off. So, because it's during the witch trials, magic is going to be a thing that everybody's going to be thinking and talking about. It's going to be a concern upon everybody. And, yeah, some of the games lately have kind of just, like, overpowered magic, pretty much. And it kind of makes you feel like you were literally a demigod in Odyssey. But because of the context here, the witch trials, I wouldn't mind if you slide in some magic because it only makes sense. But they're not. They're using tools and stuff to, as it said, to be perceived as a witch from guards and civilians and blah blah, which is nice. It just adds a layer of it just makes sense. It's not like it makes sense, and it's nice because it makes sense. Um, not I just shit on Odyssey because I hate it, and Valhalla because I hate it. But I'm not 100% biased. That's a whole other story. So yeah, because of I'll get into it more, but because of stealth being so prominent, the outfits, there actually was an image circulating around of a leaked picture of Annika's robes and probably what she looks like. I didn't do it, but from what I heard, she will have a more gray, a darker tone to her robes, gray, hide in the shadows. Stealth is what you want to be focusing on a lot here in this game is what I'm picking up. In combat. Quoting, ... combat is reportedly designed to spare, sorry man, my handwriting sucks. Designed to, something and high stakes. Instead of engaging in massive battles, your goal is to avoid prolonged skirmishes, by utilizing advanced stealth, psychological horror mechanics like the fear system in Syndicate, and supernatural environmental distractions to pick off guards one by one, which is nice. It makes it a little bit more human. You're an assassin with no armor. You're agile. You're running around. You're thinking smarter, not harder when it comes to getting from point A to B without, getting into fights all the time. You're a human. You don't have armor. You're not weighed down. It only makes sense because assassins are stealthy. Assassins aren't compromised at all. Like it's, as I said, it only makes sense. So it's nice because you got to think more. You've got to think smarter. You've got to be more aware. Head on a swivel. It's nice. It's nice because Unity did that real nice with combat. If somebody saw you and you had to go into combat, it wasn't the easiest thing to get out of, like Brotherhood. Okay? So, it's nice. I really like that. So, the whole tone of this game, paranoia all around the town, um, paranoia all around the town, uh, context of when this is all happening, who you are as an assassin, and et cetera, et cetera. I have high hopes for it, and I'll get into something in a little second. But the tone of this game is promising. It's a change from as I say, Odyssey and Valhalla. While Shadows, yes, the story and everything, the theme was very nice, but they pulled it off not very nice. I don't think they did the greatest job. It had great assassin, how the assassins were back in the day, hoods, blah 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 blah, but it was more leaning on a cash cow production, not really care and passion production, you know? Which, hey, I love me a nice, assassin that sneaks around, but, you gotta do it right, You can't have, I don't know, man, you gotta do it right. So the release date would be rumored to be late 2027. So, start quote, this is one of those cases where the foundation sounds strong enough that if they execute it properly, it could generally, oh my god, it could generally elevate the entire franchise again. And if I'm being honest, the game needs it, and end quote, and that's worded beautifully, and I agree 100%. The game needs it. The game, as I said a little second ago, the game needs care and passion, not just to pay your bill. Okay, when it comes to a game this big, a household name this big, with a reputation this strong, you can't just cheap out. There's some diehard fans, and unfortunately, there's some surface level fans, which know what the game is, but there's not a minority group. It's a 50-50 of diehard and surface level, and the diehard know what they want. Surface level will buy anything because it's, new Assassin's Creed coming out. Okay, let's get it in 2024. Let's get it in 2022. Let's get it in 2025. No. So Vantage Studios are maintain. So okay, Vantage Studios is the one making this game, and it's nice to hear that because they maintain the global reach and the long-term strength of their biggest franchises. So it's not Ubisoft Montreal. It's not Ubisoft. I know there's other ones that have the same reputation as Montreal, but I can't think of it from the top of my head. But Vantage Studios, I haven't done my own research, but just from hearing from this, Vantage Studios, hopefully will bring some something to the table that the past Assassin's Creed games in the few years hasn't. So, although everything I've talked about today is just a speculation, as Dude said in this video I saw, it's an exciting speculation. Now, as I said earlier, my own feelings and history about Assassin's Creed, I have a love and hate relationship with it, because Ubisoft's decline in quality with the Assassin's Creed games over the years is just disappointing. That's it. Disappointing. And my first ever games that I really got autistic about was Assassin's Creed, and I started playing 2 back when I was like probably 11, and I would play that game every day. I would Syndicate. I would wake up, 2 hours before I had to go to school just to play this video game. Um, I had the Ezio collection. I really replayed these games over and over. I mean, I can confidently tell you that if I were to play 2 Brotherhood and Revelations again, that would probably be my 7th playthrough. You know, um, more games had more playthroughs than others, but it's over 5. I could tell you that. So it's just, God damn it. Instagram cuts down clips to 20 minutes. I'm already looking at 20:45. But for YouTube and other places that doesn't cut it down, I care about this game because how much I've thought about it over the years, because how much I just enjoyed it over the years. How much it stuck with me over the years, how much I've referred to it over the years. I love this game. I love this franchise. I love the idea, and I love how much it means to me. So, with that being said, if they fuck this up, that reaction says it all. They've already made me hate the people who make the games that have been put out recently. It's just how are you going to change the strong reputation of this game that has made communities, of this game has made you so much money, of this game who has just started from somebody's head and is in so many other people's heads now. It's a game that is as in the same vein as Super Mario or SpongeBob. Maybe not, but as of Call of Duty, as of um, you know what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying. It's Assassin's Creed, okay? It's expected in nowadays because of, I don't know why, but everything shit, movies, games, food, and etc. That will be a whole other can of worms. But if there's some actual personality to this game, and if there's some critiques to this game, or sorry, if they took critiques to this game and actually listened to people, I will spend so much more money. I will give them more money to pre-order it. I will be loyal to this game because of how shit they've been, and I will love them. If they can redeem themselves, I'll pre-order the game, give them so much more money, buy the merch, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I got to say. And hope you have a good night, SNES Bellies. Ich liebe dich und habe eine gute Nacht.